on this fantastic day. You know, I heard a rumor that there might be a quiz coming up on division, a two-digit divisor division. So I think it will be a very good idea for us to remember how we do this. You know, maybe it's been a little while since you've done this. So we're going to practice two different examples. One is going to be with the dots and the crossing out the dots, and one is going to be without it. So let's get crack-a-lacking right away. On your paper, let's make our dividend, the number that's going to be divided, a 53. Oh boy, this pencil is not good. And then we're going to make our divisor a 2. So because this first example is going to involve the dots and the dashes and such, we're going to make a little T right here, right? And the tens are going to be here, and the ones are going to be here. And again, as I say a bazillion times, pause the video as much as you need to make this work, right? So that's fine. So we know that we're just looking at the dividend here, and we say, how many tens do we have? Well, we have 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And how many ones do we have? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so far so good. Now, this isn't it though, as far as the place value chart, because we also have to say how many groups do we have? Well, 2. That's the other number, right? So we're going to draw a line. We don't need that much room up here because we're not going to be unbundling or anything like that. So we can draw a line here, and then we can make one group and then another group. Yeah, okay, we have a little bit of leftover, who cares? So that's our one group, and that's another group, okay? Group 1, group 2. So we say we have 5, right? We're only going to be dealing with the tens first, right? How many 2s can we get out of that? Well, let's see. 1, 2, cross, cross. 1, 2, cross, cross. And remember, in division, it has to be the same amount in each group. So how many are in each group? 2. That's the number that goes right here. Okay, that's the number that goes above. Because remember, we're only dealing with the 5. We're not dealing with the 3 yet. Okay? So how many of this 5 did we use? 1, 2, 3, 4. We used 4 out of the 5. So we are going to subtract 4 from this 5. Technically, we're doing 5 tens minus 4 tens equals 1 10. That's what we did over here. Okay. Now, we're not unbundling this or anything like that. We're not going to do that. Oh, actually, well, maybe we will. Actually, now that I think about it, we do need to unbundle because this did not go in perfectly, did it? And we have to unbundle. Uh-oh, did I make enough room for myself? Oh, sure, I could do this. So we are actually going to unbundle, Mr. Brown. We're going to take this, and we're going to take this 1 10, and we're going to make it into 10 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we could do that. There's enough room. There's enough room. And if we wanted to represent that over here, we would drop the 3, and now we have 13. And if, 13 ones, we just have 13. Okay, and then we do the same thing over here that we did right here. 1, 2, cross, cross. 1, 2, cross, cross. 1, 2, cross, cross. 1, 2, cross, cross, and so on, and so on. There we go. And we can't get all of them right, but we can get quite a bit of them. How many are in each group? How many 2s can we take away? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 of these in each group. So that's why the 6 goes there, okay? So now, of the 13 ones, how many of them did we use? Well, we used 12 out of the 13. This is actually an array of 2 times 6. So we used 12 of them, and that shows our remainder of 1. There's our remainder of 1. Now, this is this method, and if you are like this method, you prefer it, go for it. If you want something else, let's do one without that. And again, whichever you prefer. Let's try further down the paper. Let's try 49 divided by 3. This isn't going to take as much time because we're not doing all of this. So we're just dealing with the numbers. We're dealing with this 4 first. How many groups of 3 can you get out of a 4? Just 1. Okay, you can just get one group of 3 out of there. Now, Mr. Brown, what do you mean by that? Well, let's see. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's one group of 3 you can get out of it. That's what I mean by that when we're doing that. Okay, so 1 times 3 is 3. We have, just like above, you could say we've used 3 out of the 4. 3 out of the 4 times, just like above, right? Now, it's too early for this to be the remainder, right? We haven't even dealt with this 9 yet. It's too early for this to be a remainder. We can't do R1. That doesn't make any sense. So we're going to bring this down. Find how many 3's can you take out of a 4. Multiply M, father, mother. 1 times 3 is 3. Sister, subtract. Brother, bring down. The 1 becomes a 19. Now we're going to skip count by 3's. And there are different ways you can do this, okay? And to get as close to 19 as you can without going over, you can list it. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. And now listen, if you can't go this fast as I am, like, just take your time and get it. That's as close as you can get. Another way you could do it is you could start to make an array. You see what I'm saying? And you don't have to write any of this down, by the way. I'm just showing you different techniques. Like Mr. Brown, I'm not, if you're not loving skip counting by 3's all the time, then, just make an array or skip count or something like that, because you're not going to have a multiplication chart handy. So you'll have to think of other techniques of how to do this. Or you could just do it in your head. Okay? So 18 is the closest you can get, but that doesn't tell us what number to put up here. How many times did we skip count by 3? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 times 6 is 18. The 6 goes here. 3 times 6 is 18. And you have a remainder of 1. So those are the 2 different ways you could do it, either with the dots or without the dots. And that is it. Have a wonderfully fantastic day. Bye-bye.